I would love to introduce to the Casting Guild Awards this year to Alyla Browne. Alyla has been an actress of some note now for a little time, even though she's still only she's still at school. And I want to, just before we start, I also want to sort of acknowledge the kind of the land on which we meet. And the kind of two elders, past, present, and future. Because that's a kind of an important sort of part of the storytelling world that sort of of the industry that we're in. Alyla, welcome.
Thank you.
So listen, as far as I can see, you've played a young Anya Taylor-Joy in Furiosa, a young Tilda Swinton in 3,000 Years of Longing, Sigourney Weaver's daughter in Lost Flowers of Alice Hart, Nicole Kidman's daughter in Nine Perfect Strangers, 2 films with Dr. George Miller. And you're also repped by CAA, the biggest agency in the world. And you're what, 14?
Yes, I'm 14. I'm turning 15 in about 2 months, which is very exciting.
Yeah, I guess birthdays are exciting at that age. But hey, wow, what you've packed into a kind of, in a short space of time. When did you first start acting, and what were some of those early experiences, those... because you actually are kind of an actor of the COVID generation.
I am. It's crazy because I did a role. A lot of the roles that I did were projects that weren't necessarily supposed to film in Australia, but because of COVID, they moved over and they decided to film in Australia because we had less COVID or it's cheaper or something. But I got a lot of my luck from COVID. And I don't think I'd be where I am right now if it wasn't for COVID, as much as it was a very hard time for a lot of people. But it's really cool that that's the reason why I got so many jobs in the beginning of my career.
Is there an early acting experience that really sticks out, or an early role that really sticks out as something that was kind of, or maybe that moment that you thought, hey, I'm on my way?
Yeah, I think that I once did this, I'm not sure if it was I'm on my way moment, but I did this ad for Elastoplast. I'm sure you can find it online somewhere. And it was like a stunt on set. I had to hold on like fake handlebars and roll up on a little cart and then fall onto a mat. And ever since then, I've been building all my stunts and I've been doing more and more and more. And I think that was like the start of my kind of stunt acting.
Oh, well,
which
maybe that Elastoplast ad led to you getting Furiosa, because there was kind of a little bit of action in that role.
It's true. I mean, to be able to say I've done a stunt definitely helps. And after that, it helped me get another ad where there was also another stunt involved, and yeah, it was really cool. I love stunts. It's my favorite.
Has all this attention, has all this profile sort of changed, personal relationships, friendships, personal life with because you're still at school, you've still got school friends?
I do. I don't think it really changes much, to be honest. I try not to tell many people what I do, but a lot of people know. My close friends know, but not a lot of people out of that circle know, or at least I try not to tell everyone. But I don't think it's really impacted anything. They're all genuine friends, and that's all that counts.
Yeah.
And I've been doing it since before I met a lot of the people that I'm really close with now, because I started when I was 6. So anyone I know, I kind of come with the package that I've been in film and television. And I think everyone just kind of accepts that.
That's great. That's great. So is there any advice you'd offer to sort of, you say you've been acting since you were 6. Is there any advice you'd offer young aspiring actors who are just starting out?
It's all about kind of getting as much experience as you can on set and building up all these different experiences on set that you've had. And I think that's really what my acting class was being on set for all these years. And I'm very fortunate to have that, which is very lucky.
It is. It's your other family.
It
There is your
really is.
family at home and your family at work. But surely nothing could kind of prepare you. I mean, sure, you've got a role, you've got a character, you've got a script and all that kind of thing, and it's rehearsed, and we've got to. But how do you prepare to sort of be interviewed on those big American talk shows when you're promoting a film?
I don't know. I'm scared for that, to be honest. I don't know when that's going to happen, and I'm fearful. But I know that from other experiences of nerves and stuff like that, I know that they kind of build up and you're really stressed about the certain thing, but then you realize as soon as you get there and your body realizes and your nervous system realizes that it's not a threat at all. And then you always have fun when you're actually being interviewed. But then before then, I think it's always very nerve-wracking for everyone. Even some of the biggest stars, I think everyone gets nervous because it's like a bodily function. So
Yep, yep. So is there what are the kind of important skills or qualities do you think an actor needs to sort of, to shine, to sort of, to really stand out?
I think everyone's very individual. And if you are individual, if you bring part of you to your role and bring your own work ethic and stuff like that, I think that's really what makes you um, get cast in a lot of things. And everyone wants to be on set with you if you have that kind of unique kind of take on things. And
Mhm.
I think that's what I've really noticed with a lot of the people I've worked with
Mm.
is kind of how good they are to work on set, but also, of course, their beautiful qualities on screen, which I don't think many people can pinpoint. I think it's very individual what each person has on screen or how they fill it or how they bring their own little touch, but it's definitely
Mm.
special. It's very cool.
Great. Is there anything that sort of sticks with you from any of the people you've worked with that's sort of, maybe, advice or just sort of comments they've made you thought that sort of, have left an impact with you?
I think that it was really special on set with Sigourney because she's so kind of strong and stoic and powerful, much like many of her amazing characters are. But she's also really, really humble. And we would just kind of stand around set in this amazing Australian wildlife, and she'd spot kangaroos, and she'd walk over with like binoculars and be looking at all these kangaroos and these different wallabies. And I was just talking about her with about all of these different kind of bird species, and she was just really fascinated, and she had this kind of curiosity. It was incredible.
Because that's the thing. So you've played Sigourney's daughter, you played Nicole Kidman's daughter. That mother-daughter relationship is really sort of tricky to find. How do you do it when you're sort of, you're with somebody who you admire, somebody who you've seen on screen all your life? How do you do that? Does it rely more on them, or are there things you can do?
I think that with all my experiences so far, everyone's been very kind of welcoming and very kind. That kind of all gets left in the past when you meet them and you know them more as someone you've spoken to one on one rather than someone you've thought about or admired. But I think that would definitely be more and more difficult as I grow older and know these names even more and working with these people. But if you form a relationship with someone, friendships can get you through the shoot and you guys will have great fun on set, and that's what make the relationship look real on screen, I suppose.
That's what That's what we all love about this industry. That's why I'm still here after all these years. It's because of the bonds, the relationships, the friendships, the family relationships we have with sort of people.
True.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, it was lovely to sort of spend time with you again, Alyla. What is there anything? Is there anything you hope? Is there anything in the future that you have a goal to achieve?
I want to write something and I want to direct something and I want to be behind the camera and in front of it too. And I have a lot of ideas and I like creating stories and building worlds. And I think I'm just going to leave it with that. And you can just imagine all the crazy films I'll make in the future, hopefully. But
What a great place to end. Alyla, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for spending time with us, and congratulations again on your Rising Stars nomination.
Thank you so much.
And I can't wait for our paths to cross again soon.
Same. Thank you.